Hi, it's Adam Lewis, and this is another edition of The Wilderness, The Perilous Life of Adam Lewis. I am here at Vince Edwards' property. Okay, he's an off-gridder. And I'm going to post pictures of all the amenities that he has and how he lives and where I live. Or I'm staying up until 2 weeks from now, about the middle of December, 15th, actually. I want to show you that everything that Vince is doing is sustainable. Okay? Now, he lives out in the middle of BFE, out there in the middle of Blanca, Colorado. Okay? Now, as you can see, this is his house. It's built out of an old RV. You see that RV right there? It's buried in the ground. Okay? Let's take a walk. Okay? Let's take a walk. Now, as you all can see, I'm going to get a better angle. The sun's in our eyes. So let's try this a better way. This is totally unscripted, by the way. Okay? Now, let me get down in here. Okay. Now, you see this RV I'm showing you? Now, it's kind of buried in the ground. Okay? It is traveled its last travel. All right? It has gone its last trip. In that window, behind that window is where I stay. Okay? The small back room. Okay? I rented that for $200 a month. Not worth it, but and it was like $200 deposit. So the guy was just trying to make an income because he's a pothead, and he trades Bitcoin. Okay, he trades Bitcoin for a living. Okay, and sits at the office at his little desk that he made himself. Okay, let's take a little tour of the guy's house. Okay, well, get out of the way, chickens. Okay, I'm not being mean, but they're following me around. You want to see? And they're like, come on, feed us. Come on, feed us. Feed us. Feed me, Seymour. Ha ha. Well, anyway, on this edition, I'm going to take you through a tour of an off-gridder dwelling. You ready? Entree. Okay. Now, first of all, it's very dark in here, and you must have a headlight. Okay? When it gets dark out here, you can't see a damn thing, even in the moonlight. Okay? So, here we go. All right, I'm going to take you through where the food storage is. Okay? There's a shelf here, and books and food items and stuff. Okay? All right, potatoes and eggs and, the like. Okay? He's even got electric here. Okay? Most off-gridders, this is the RV entrance, okay? You ready? Let's go in here first. Okay? All right. So what he's running off of, what you see here is a battery and a power inverter. He runs that by the solar panels. The solar panels are directly hooked to this battery, okay? And that's how he runs the power. Let's go look at the solar panels for a second, okay? All right. Now, I'm going to, I'll take you back through this, okay? Now let's come with me. Come with me. All right. Now, what you're going to see are the solar panels. All right. You see those solar panels? Yeah, they're pretty cracked up because the cows got to them, stepped all over them, okay, damaged them. We got some free-range cows around here that are damaging, okay? Now, You got 3 solar panels. Okay? 3 sets of solar panels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got 8 solar panels he's running stuff off of, okay? There's the chicken coop. And there's the place where we have water. Okay, we got running water. Okay? Kind of. Alright? So now, let's go in here. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Alright? And alright, so here's the area right here. See this? Alright, so here's the area. Okay, that's the chicken coop over there. And then right down here is the water supply. This tank right here is water. And how we have that is this hose here. See this hose? When we want water, we dip it down, turn it down. Okay, we turn the hose down. And then we just fill whatever we want. This water tank is for the chickens. They got to have water, so they have chickens. Okay? I mean, it's for the chickens there. All right? All right. Now, let's go in for the next leg of the tour. Okay. This is a bunk. Okay? A bunk above the usual driver area. Okay? And so I'll be taking this when I leave here. I'll be taking these are my boxes. You see, I got plenty of boxes. This folds up. As a guest, I'm gonna be here nights sometimes. I'm gonna be using this. I'm going to be moving out of that room at the end of the hall there. Okay? All right. Now, let's go down here. Okay? You have questions, I got answers. Okay. Where does a guy go to the restroom? Okay. We don't have running water here. So, let's take a look. Okay, that's a bucket right there. Do you remember in the 1800s when people had outhouses? Okay, this is equivalent to the 1800s outhouse. Adapted to this lifestyle. Okay? All right. And what you do is you put dirt in there on top of the feces and whatever you've done. Okay? So that's how that works. All right? And we take it out, and there's a pile out there, a compost pile, where it all gets mixed in on a berm down here. And it's, it generates gases and whatnot. And it's supposed to fertilize the soil. But, acids and stuff dry out, and, cows drop their droppings all over the place. So humans can't be any much worse. Not too much worse. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to take you guys through this little egress area here. Okay? So here we go. We go. And here is the wood-burning stove. Now, this wood-burning stove here heats the entire dwelling from where it's positioned. This is a probably 1800s wood-burning stove. Okay? We cook off it, we boil water off it, and we keep warm from it. So, yes, that's how we do things. Okay? Now, here is where you can find, usually, Vince Edwards. This is his office. He trades all his Bitcoin here. He uses Wi-Fi through phones and his computers and everything. He uses Wi-Fi through one of his phones. And he has another older phone that he connects the Wi-Fi to and uses that for trading. So he has 3 devices running, and he has a power strip here. And as you can see, there's a light there, and it all runs off a 12 volt. Okay. Now, Vince used to have a whole bunch of deep cycle batteries, but somebody came over here and stole a whole bunch of a bunch of stuff, all of his equipment, all of his batteries, And the um, uh, San Luis government, okay, is trying to have a war against the poor and the off gridders, because you know they don't want to have off gridders here, because um, they're afraid the water table, you got to have a septic tank, and they're trying to make people have $35,000 worth of septic tank, and that's unconstitutional. Once you buy land, it's yours. It's free use. You don't have to listen to that. Okay? So, um, anyway, so I just wanted you to know that that's not entirely you know paying taxes is illegal, as we know, and making somebody do something on their land that they don't want to do is also illegal. Okay? So, it's unconstitutional to make somebody do something and then say, "Oh, it's free use," and then you govern what they can do on their land. Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. So, I will. Well, here's Vince himself. Say hello, Vince.
What's up?
All the off-gridders.
What's up? How's it going?
You see, this is the main man right here. Okay, people, this is the main man right here. He is what San Luis does not like. Okay, we are pushing the war against their oppression here. Okay, and
Use that word war, man.
yes.
I think they just come in here and execute everybody.
Okay,
That's the easy way to do it.
you came in at a great time. This is totally unscripted. I've got a couple of questions to ask you for the
You're doing a
off-gridders.
video of the place like
Yes.
mad trashed.
That's okay.
Awesome.
All right, so let me ask you something, Vince. So, how give everybody an idea why they are trying to push this illegal agenda and this alleged war against off-gridders, and how does it affect you?
It's basically because the constituency out here is changing. You've got the same 5 families that have pretty much run the politics in this area for pretty much the last 200 years. And the off-gridders that all came out here, there's like 1,600 off-gridders that came in here in the course of about 4 years that were added to about 3,400 that were a lot of liberals basically, and then you added a lot of conservatives and independents to that, and then basically these people are afraid they're going to lose their political power, so they've been running out all of the off-gridders, and they're saying it's a problem with off-gridders, but mainly it's white people that are off-gridders that come out here, and so it's an easy way to it's pretty much discrimination against the poor, and also a racism thing. There's a major racism thing going on if you're not Hispanic. The white is the new minority around here, pretty much. So if you're white, you're pretty much, now you know what it's like to be discriminated against as a minority if you want to come out here and live in Costilla County.
Right.
You're now the white is the new minority.
What made you decide to become an off-gridder?
The reason why I want to be an off-gridder is because I don't want to necessarily be on any kind of a grid. I think that people need to be in their own independent, self-sufficient systems, and then that way you can have a sustainable world. I mean, if we have a system where pretty much everybody's dependent on producers for their own paychecks and stuff like that, then eventually there's going to be fewer and fewer producers, and then eventually what you're going to have an economic collapse, like 1929, which a lot of people would say was manufactured, but that's what's happening right now. I mean, what's going on right now is completely unsustainable. 45 million people on food stamps, all kinds of different disabilities for everything you can get a state check for, and people don't really think about too much where that money's coming from and what's going to happen if that money ever stops coming in, because they don't see that ever happening where it's going to stop coming in.
Okay.
I gotta go move solar panels. I'll be right back.
All right. And there you have it, everybody. I just wanted you to hear it from him, and we will hear more from Vince Edwards. And if you got questions, post them underneath this video. Okay, so this is going to be edited in to my documentary. So I just want you to know that in this episode of The Wilderness, Perilous Life of Adam Lewis, it's also going to be used as footage in my...
Bring up the free rent deal. Anybody that wants to come out here, they can stay on my property for free if they want to help me with, fight the system.
Oh, there you go.
Be in court, help me campaign for sheriff.
Okay.
I want to just basically, win the sheriff's department and then shut the government down.
Well, we don't need government, do we?
If you and I honor our own personal agreement, private agreement, then we don't need a third party to manage our affairs, which is what a government is.
Correct.
So that's where government comes from. It's an inability to manage our own private affairs.
Right. Now, do you believe in sustainable energy and the use thereof?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of silly to be hooking yourself up to a telephone pole for your electricity and have it generated by somebody else, and then they charge you. It's so easy nowadays to be off-grid electric-wise. I personally, knowing what I know about it, I can't understand why anybody is still paying an electric bill. It makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever why they would be doing that. So.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks, for this episode. I'm Adam Lewis, and this is The Wilderness, The Perilous Life of Adam Lewis. Ta-ta.